Okay, I've just been told this is the blooper episode. No, really, this is the episode where we're going to talk about inviting guests, hospitality versus entertainment. Is there actually any difference?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
Yeah, is there?
I think there is. I'm Yetta Decker.
I'm Candace Decker St. Louis.
And we're welcoming you to another episode of The Inside Track, where we share tools, techniques, thoughts, and ideas that we all need, we all deserve. You, I, everyone, to make our house into a home where our families thrive and we get to live the best life possible. So there was a time.
Yes, there was.
That I was horrified.
To entertain?
To entertain. I didn't know what hospitality was. Mm-hmm. So I have discovered that there is a vast difference. Yep. Maybe you've already discovered there's a vast difference, and maybe you haven't yet discovered. We're going to unpack that a little bit today, and really you'll learn, and maybe we'll learn some more, because Candace always shares me insights. Shares me insights.
Shares insights with me.
Told you it was going to be the blooper reel. This is going to be the blooper episode. So difference. Yes. How would you describe the difference between hospitality and entertaining?
I would say entertaining comes with stress. Entertaining comes with a lot of weight on the shoulders. Hospitality is more being yourself and welcoming people into who you be with your family.
Into your home or into... Yep. And I think hospitality and entertaining could even be off-site. It doesn't even have to be in your home. Yep. But I know for me, when I used to invite people into my home, and I didn't know that I was horrified, but I was feeling horrified. The angst of having to get my house clean.
Yep.
Okay, so Candace has got a story before I even fully describe entertaining. So entertaining to me is it's got to be done right.
Yeah.
You've got to have the food positioned properly. It's got to be displayed well. And I've got to be on.
And there has to be lots of it.
Lots of it, which I still think is kind of fun with hospitality. You can't take that away from me. Okay. I got to make twice what we need.
Yeah.
And I think that could exist in hospitality or entertaining. But certainly for me, the angst associated with having people over would often cause me to say, no, thanks. I can't do this because it's going to take me a week to recover, a week to get ready and a week to recover. And then I got to clean, and I didn't really want to clean. And
during the event, too, you're also high stress. It's not a...
Right. I was pretty high strung about the whole deal.
Yeah.
So what's your story?
Oh, that's it. I just can remember from childhood, you like running orders of what we need to clean, and we divide up the chores and I always got the heavy load.
Yeah. What did that sound like, Candace?
Well, you taught us well how to clean bathrooms and Windex and vacuum. And like very specifically, we'd have to take off the head of the vacuum and do the corners and move things and all that, like really thorough cleaning. Although Ryan didn't always get the memo, so he wouldn't do a good job. So then it would always be my job to do.
You'd think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're watching Family Dynamics. I love that, right? Like that's the behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So do you recall when it shifted from entertaining?
I don't know if I recall the exact time, but I can think of moments when it changed. Like it was usually last minute. It was less about entertaining and it was all about hospitality. So I remember on Sundays we go to church. We had no plans after church. And then afterwards, when you're socializing, you'd have a good conversation with someone and you'd be like, hey, come on back. We'll have some food. And I remember looking at you like, what do you have prepared? And you're like, nothing. We got to go through the cupboards as soon as we get home and figure out what's for lunch. And it was always, everybody was happy. We just hung out and ate whatever. Usually it was nachos or something last minute that could be thrown together. Yeah.
And so I think what I'm hearing you say, Candace, and as you're saying it, I'm feeling the energy in my body shift. when you talk about entertaining and the stress associated with perfection.
Right.
Because that's really what it, and maybe for you, you don't take entertaining to that degree and you're going, I'm still not really sure there's a big difference. I would say the big difference, entertainment usually means presentation, perfection, well done, executed, and it has a lot of forethought.
Yeah.
That's probably the other big piece, forethought. Whereas hospitality is kind of, take me as I am.
Yes.
And if you like me, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, awesome. Like, take me as I am and take my house as it is.
Right.
So now you've grown up.
Yep.
And you're living in the same space that you actually helped design.
Yep.
When you were a teenager, we had a home building company, Ken and I, and you helped us design the home that we were going to live in by solid rock foundation.
Yep.
And then when we were going to leave there, well, actually not you.
My husband. Yeah.
What did he decide?
He decided it was a great house to live in. I wasn't so convinced. Now that we're living there, I am. But I had always seen it as our family home, designed for a family of 4, not designed for a family of 7. So, so we're quite happy there. So when it comes to entertaining or having people over, I would say I have taken on some of the entertaining stresses. So I wouldn't invite certain people over because I'm thinking of one in particular. To me, she was like the Martha Stewart amazing mom ever. Home cooked meals. She would invite us over. Everything would be pristine and she'd like make pepper soup from scratch. I'm like, I don't even know how to do that. And then I was always stressed to invite their family over because I felt like I couldn't meet the same standard. And then a while later, so I didn't, I saw her in the grocery store and we were just crossing paths and I was picking up something right after dropping off the kids from school and she looked at me and I knew she needed to talk. She almost burst into tears at the grocery store, like she just needed a friend. And I said, I have coffee on, come on over, let's talk. And I was like, what did I just do? My house is a mess. There's stuff all over. I haven't vacuumed maybe in a week. Like, it's not pretty. And now I'm inviting Martha Stewart basically over. And she gets over and she really didn't care about my messy house. She really just cared about the company. And I remember the defining moment was she was tearing up a bit and needed a Kleenex. And she saw a wrinkled up piece of paper towel on my floor and she just picked it up and wiped her face with it. I was like, oh, okay. She'll probably never remember that moment, just knowing that we were there for each other. I remember it a little bit, but it's not about the clean house. It's about the hospitality.
It's about just being with somebody.
Yeah.
And that's probably the greatest definition of hospitality.
Yep.
It's just let me come into your space.
Yep.
And let's just be together and what will come up will come up, and we don't have to worry about using a paper towel to wipe our snotty face.
Yeah.
So hospitality, people will and generally do forget what you say. Mm-hmm. Like they don't remember what we say often unless it's something really poignant, right? Most of the time though, people will remember how we cause them to feel. Mm-hmm. And that really is hospitality.
Yeah.
How do we make you feel? So thanks for joining us. We're thrilled that together we get to grow and build wealth through real estate and make the best out of the houses that we turn into home and where we open up our doors so that we can have hospitality and company and enjoyment with each other.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.